Hello everyone, and this is Matematik, and in this video we will talk about divisibility rules. In this lesson we will learn on how to determine if when doing a division problem we'll have a remainder or not. How can we determine if the number is divisible by 2? Well, it's really simple. The number we are dividing by 2 needs to have one of the following numbers in the ending to be divisible by 2. Those numbers are 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Some of the examples are 18, 20, 36, 44, and 52. To determine if the number is divisible by 4, the last two digits of the number needs to be a multiples of 4. For example, here we have a number, 57,852. The last two digits are 52. "52 is the multiple of 4. 4 times 13 will give us 52. This means 57,852 is divisible by 4. Now let's talk about divisibility by 8. So the rule for a number to be divisible by 8 is that the last three digits need to be divisible by 8. Let's look at an example. Here we have a number, 14,918. The last three digits are 918. 918 divided by 8 will be 114 and 6 over 8. So this means that this number is not divisible by 8. Also, one more way we could have done to determine if the number is divisible by 8, by determining if it's divisible by 4. If the number is not divisible by 4, this means the number is also not divisible by 8. So let's check it. At this example, the last two digits are 18, and if we divide 18 by 4, we'll get 4 and 1/2. So this number is not divisible by 4, which means that at the same time it's not divisible by 8. Now let's talk about divisibility by 3. The rule here is really simple. In order for a number to be divisible by 3, the sum of all digits needs to be a multiple of 3. Let's take a look at an example. So here we have a number, 57,855. First we need to add all of the digits together, and the sum of all digits will be 30. And 30 is a multiple of 3. 3 times 10 will give us 30. So this means 57,855 is divisible by 3. Now let's talk about divisibility by 9. The rule for divisibility by 9 is the same as for 3. But the only difference is that the sum of all digits needs to be a multiple of 9. Let's look at an example. Here we have a number, 57,852. The sum of all digits will give us 27. 27 is the product of 9 and 3, which means that 57,852 is divisible by 9. Divisibility by 6 is almost the same as for 9 and 3. But this time a number needs to be even, and the sum of whose numbers is a multiple of 3. Now let's talk about divisibility by 5. The rule for a number to be divisible by 5 is that the number should end with 0 or 5. Let's look at an example. Here we have a number, 10,955. We can confidently say that it's divisible by 5 because it ends with a 5. The product of 5 and 2,191 will be 10,955. The divisibility by 11 is a bit complicated than the rest of the rules, but still easy to master. In order for a number to be divisible by 11, the sum of every odd number and the difference of every even number needs to be a multiple of 11. This all may sound confusing, but let me show you an example so everything can become clear. So here we have a number, 8,492. So to determine if it's divisible by 11, first of all we need to add every odd number and subtract every even number. So it will be 8 minus 4 plus 9 minus 2, and all of this will equal to 11. And 11 is a multiple of 11, so this number is divisible by 11. Now let's look at one of the most difficult concepts to understand in this video, and it is divisibility by 7. So the rule is that if you add or subtract a multiple of 7, and you eventually get a multiple of 7, then the number is divisible by 7. To make things clear, let's look at an example. Here we have a number, 5,292. The best strategy when adding a multiple of 7 from the number is to make sure that the last digit will be 0. So first we'll subtract 482 from 5,292 and we'll get 5,250. If you notice, the last digit will be 0. Then we can calmly take the 0 away and turn 5,250 into 525. Then we continue the process of adding and subtracting multiples of 7. This time we add 385 to 525 and we get 560. If you notice, 560 also ends with a 0. Then we can take the 0 away and turn the number into 56. So 56 is a multiple of 7, and the remainder will be 0. So this means 5,292 is divisible by 7. So as you see, we can determine if the number is divisible by 7 through a series of simplifications by adding or subtracting multiples of 7. This is it for this lesson. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel.